Hey guys, Phoenix Rising here. Just wanted to make this video real quick while I was feeling inspired. Shout out to the Barefoot Rider for their Facebook live feed with the author of Positive Affirmations for a Freelance Writer. I really appreciate you guys because this gave me a really that chat you guys had gave me a really good idea. So we all know that leaving a toxic or abusive relationship is hard, especially if you still love them, especially if you're still in denial about whether or not you're in a toxic abusive relationship, or what your role is in that, or whatever. It's hard. There is a love there, otherwise you would have left already. So I think the turning point for me in my latest toxic relationship, for me to decide, okay, enough is enough, I've had enough and I'm breaking this cycle, was when I kind of had a come to Jesus moment with myself. And when my mom made the joke, "You have Stockholm syndrome," and I was in therapy at the time for my anxiety and depression. Go figure. And I complained to my therapist. I said, "My mom joked around that I have Stockholm syndrome." And he said, "Well, you kind of do." And I was like, "What? No, I don't." And he's like, "Well," he said, you haven't been kidnapped, or you're not being held captive, but in a way you are. Emotionally you are. And you leave, you come back, you have toxic bond syndrome." And so I read up on toxic bond syndrome, and I had a moment where I said, "Oh shit, I do have a form of Stockholm syndrome. Wow, this is really happening to me. I really have this issue. I see. Okay." And then after that, every time I started consciously realizing he was doing whatever he did again, to bring me down and then build me up, and then bring me down and then leave, and then, come back and build me up and bring me down. Every time I started, consciously realizing, okay, he's sending the signals that he's about to go into this mode, or, I would get mad instead of having that feeling of "Oh no, here we go again. I just want to get along. I just want him to be happy. I just want to make him happy. I just want to be happy." Instead of feeling, that feeling of just, it's hard to describe. Those of you who are going through it know exactly what I'm talking about. I'd get mad instead, because now I was conscious of what was going on, of what he was doing to me, how he was manipulating me. And so I started changing my mindset. Now, in psychology, I don't have a degree or anything, but the whole negative is what we focus on. And especially someone when we care about, someone we love deeply, and they have a serious impact of our lives, says something negative about us, we have a tendency to latch onto it, and then we repeat it, and then eventually we start to believe it. So you have this thing going on where you're bringing yourself down for them, and you're believing it. And every negative comment you make has a way bigger impact on your mental health than, a positive remark from someone, and that's just how humans are. Someone, 100 people could tell you, "Oh, you're beautiful," but then you have that one troll that's like, "Oh, your nose is big," and you're gonna go and you're gonna look at your nose, and you're gonna be self-conscious about your nose, and then you're gonna think to yourself and say it repeatedly, "Oh my gosh, my nose is big. Oh my gosh, my nose is big. My nose is big." And then eventually you're gonna look at yourself in the mirror, and what you're gonna see reflected is a big nose. And you're not going to be able to even focus on the other aspects of yourself, or the fact that out of 101 people, 100 people thought you were beautiful. that's just how we are. And when you are a person that has a habit of being in toxic or abusive relationships, like me, it's even worse, because it started somewhere, obviously, before this person come into your life. But once that person comes into your life that you let in, and they abuse you, they destroy everything you stand for. So the only thing you hear inside your head is everything ugly that they said to you, and you believe it. And that's how habitual toxic relationship people like me, because we forget who we are and what we stand for. We forget how beautiful we are, how talented we are. We forget the fact that we were valedictorian or whatever, and all we hear is the ugly that person instilled in us. So, after that long 6-minute rant, there are some things that I think everybody should, of course, always positive talk, positive affirmations about yourself every day, no matter who you are, because negativity has such a powerful impact. So you gotta boost yourself up, especially when no one else is boosting you up, right? But for those of us who are healing from past toxic and abusive relationships, we need to say a little bit extra to ourselves. And those of us who are trying to build ourselves up to leave this toxic or abusive relationship, need a little bit extra, because it's true. You need to say these things to yourself every day, 10 times a day. Every time they pick a fight with you, every time they make you cry, every time they bring you down, every time for no fucking reason they just start in on you. Get mad. Don't succumb to that, because you know what? You need to tell yourself every day that you deserve better. You're worth more. You are strong and you are capable, and you don't need them. You chose them. There is absolutely nothing about them that you need, because whatever it is that they are doing to provide for you, you can do it yourself. It is 2021. You don't need them. You chose them. And you deserve better. You deserve more. And you're beautiful. You're a grown-ass person who doesn't need permission to talk to their friends or family. You got this. You are strong. You are beautiful. And you do deserve better. So I want you guys, if you found my channel and these things, are what you are going through, then I need you to start working on this. And I need you to start working on this now. Whether you're recovering from an abusive relationship, or you're in an abusive relationship and you're trying to figure out how to find the strength to leave, because every time they come around and they're being nice, you're so happy, but it's not gonna be long. It won't be long until it goes right back to the same bullshit that they always do, right? So start telling yourself every day. Look in the mirror if you have to while you do it. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. When you're alone and you're thinking and dwelling on the shit that they said to you on, you know how your argument went. Don't even. All of us are right there with you. You know what they fucking said, and you know that it's bullshit. You know that you deserve better. You know that you're worth more. You know that you didn't deserve anything that they said to you. You know that you probably, more than likely, 99.9% chance did not actually do anything wrong. Yeah, you didn't actually do anything wrong, did you? Probably not. So, start saying these things to yourself. I'm strong. I am worth more. I deserve better. I don't need them. I chose them. I'm independent. I'm beautiful. I can be whatever I want to be. I am my only limitation. I deserve more. Start saying it to yourself every day, because it's true. It's true. No one deserves to be abused. No one. This is Phoenix Rising, and I hope you enjoyed the video.